bleach my skin. There is a thing called sunlight. And in that sunlight, you get different colors. And if I'm not posting and recorrecting my pictures and posting from my daughter's, what is it? She had a play that I was volunteering on and had stage makeup on. Yes, I'm calling you out on this because it is ridiculous that everyone's like, oh, she bleaches skin. I'm a dark Black woman and I love who I am and I love how I look. And that's just not my thing. And if people do it, that's their thing and they have every opportunity and they should. I don't judge. But you guys do. But that's what this world is about. And I stay in my lane, the non-judgy one, and I keep it. But no, I actually don't bleach my skin. So can we just like kind of clear that up?
As it please the court, my lord. The court requested that those photos that Brigadier, that the witness referred to, should be deemed contemporaneously.
So those are the photos?
Yes, my lord. I think that is photo number 12, photo number 17, and photo number 46. This was done at the request of the court.
Yeah, but it's Brigadier must testify about that.
Yes, my lord. So, my lord, what I said, this is picture 12, as Advocate Minister has correctly put it, my lord, which was taken on the date of this incident, 26th of October, 2014, and there's a time there, we say 1731 and 14. Then and this picture, my lord, depicts, as I've said, accused 3 with dreadlocks going up to the neck, the khaki top, and then the second photo, my lord, taken on the very same day as well. The time on this one is 17:28:89. I suppose it's seconds, but I'm reading it as it is, my lord. In this picture, the dreadlocks, and this is the part we dealt with, are longer, and the accused on this, accused 3 now here, my lord, I said, this is where you can see clearly that the top that is wearing goes up to the waistline. And I said, my lord, in this regard, it correlates with the witnesses who said the suspect A, or the first intruder, was wearing a top which was described as khaki, beige, brown, along those colors, my lord. And then I also made reference to accused 5 as being present in this picture. Then when we move to picture number 46, my lord, I then said this is accused 3, and the length which Advocate Minister asked me is that it was longer. But what was of importance, of prudence, my lord, I've said the date which is reflected on photo 46 is the same date as the ones reflected on photo 12 and photo 17. In other words, the date of 26 October 2014. However, my lord, I've said in photo 46, accused 3 is dressed differently. So if you look at the type of clothing he is wearing here, is not the same as the one that you'll find in photo 17 and 12, which gives an indication that there was some changes. And now I've made reference to the fact, my lord, and this is what I've said also, that one will not know, this is what I've said, how the hair or the hairstyle, the dreadlocks, were worn by the accused. You know, I'm saying if you look at this picture physically, because that's why I said I can only rely what I see. What I see is that in photo 12, the dreadlocks are up to the neck. It's there, it speaks for itself. Here they are longer. However, between this picture and the one photo 46, my lord, there's time differences. Photo 46, one does not see the time except the date. However, on this one, there is a time difference of about max, like Advocate Messi says, which I agree with him, max 3 minutes. But a lot can happen in 3 minutes. So the length of the dreadlocks, my lord, it's clearly not the same. But I do not know what happened in between, my lord. Lord Afela referred to the complexion, where I said if one looks at Exhibit J, the first suspect or first intruder is described as having a dark brown, shiny complexion. And I said, my lord, if you look at the complexion here depicted in photo 12, 17, it is more brownish than light, and that is why I even made a reference, my lord, to say if one looks at accused 3 now before court, he's much lighter. There's no mistake there. However, if you look at this picture, it is more brownish, and I even said, my lord, if you look at his complexion from a naked eye, and that of accused number 5 that is standing with, it's almost the same. But if you look at them physically now here in court, you can see the split difference is much lighter than all the accused, which is a different position here on the date of the incident. Yes, my lord, that's what I recall I said, my lord.
Thank you, my lord. There's another, there are other photos, okay, that were compounded to appear contemporaneously, exactly, do with accused number 3 having I mean, this has got to do with the gun, the perpetrator, the intruder who had a gun in his possession, who had a golden insect in his upper jaw or upper teeth line, which the state says it is accused number 3. Any comment on these 2 pictures?
My lord, what I've said insofar as this picture, so I didn't make a comparison to this picture insofar as this picture. What I've said about this is that there was an indication or a description of suspect A with a gold teeth incision. And I've said the photo that I referred to in my affidavit is that incision there, which you can see it's a gold teeth incision on the upper lip. So that is insofar as I've commented in the dreadlocks insofar as this picture, but not for it to be compared with this picture. Where I made a comparison, I think, is 2 other pictures which were blurred. I even said they are blurred, but in my album they are more clearer. So those are the 2 where the court said they must also be put side by side in terms of the clarity or the visibility of them, my lord. I further indicated, my lord, that I do recall that the witnesses like Zandi, for example, Kumala, I know she made a withdrawal statement where she was interviewed to say she never said accused or the first intruder had a gold teeth incision, and to say there were such statements at a later stage where they were saying, no, we didn't say that, my lord.
Thank you, Brigadier. You know the reason why we actually came up to the point where we had to exhibit that picture depicted on the right-hand side. It is because of what is contained in your affidavit, which is the following. Photos downloaded taken of the accused by himself, when we're talking about accused number 3, in brackets selfies, matched the description of the suspect who had a firearm with dreadlocks, big eyes, and with a golden teeth. Do you understand? Now I said to you, can you please take us through Exhibit S and show us a photo or photos which have got those type of description. The dreadlocks, we have shown us the dreadlocks. The big eyes, we have tried to show us the big eyes. The golden teeth, you took us to this one. Do you understand? And you are saying this is the context of saying that this is accused number 3. Now the question is, the person that is depicted on the right hand side, is that accused number 3?
Yes, my lord, in my view, my lord, this is accused 3, and that is a part that I dealt with, my lord, to say in his view, because this point was raised previously, and I said in terms of the angle, if the reservation insofar as accused 3 is concerned, I'll hear him, but I said in my observation, my lord, this is accused 3, and I'm basing this, my lord, in saying, remember the court will recall that I said these pictures were taken collectively based on the investigation. Now, on my investigation, my lord, I did not find any indication that says this person is someone else other than accused 3. That is why the court will remember that the court asked me about 2 individuals which were standing next to accused 3 in some pictures. And I said during the course of the investigation, we were able to establish that those 2 individuals are related to accused number 1, although they were not involved in this matter. But insofar as this individual, my lord, one could not place him elsewhere as being somebody else, my lord. That's the essence of where the investigation took us.
Just on the shoulders, what is he wearing?
It looks like a string, my lord.
Is it? That bluish
Yes.
color, what is it?
It's a string, my lord, but one cannot see.
String?
Yes, it looks like like a string, my lord. So
You had photo bunny?
47.
Yes, listen, as I said initially, it is not me who's taking you through this exercise, because I just wanted you to identify those features there from this photo album. I'm not so sure whether you're done or not.
I suppose, my lord, photo 47, 48 will be the last one. And I'm saying the exercise, and that's why I explained it, my lord. The description, the sentence that Advocate Mnisi referred me to, talks to the description that was given by the people who were inside the house. The people who were inside the house, in describing the first intruder, refers to the clothing, refers to the type of the top he was wearing, they refer to the top. This is why these pictures, my lord, these downloads are relevant, because somewhere you see the top but you don't see where it ends. For example, in photo 47 that we will get into, you will see clearly as a collaboration of the previous picture that it is a top, and it matches the description of the color given on the other side, and it is also dated on the same date of the offense. So the pictures that I'm referring to, my lord, are relevant insofar as the portion that Advocate Mnisi referred me, and it relates to the date when this offense were committed, because when I disposed this affidavit, I was giving an indication to the prosecutor in terms of what evidence do we have insofar as accused 3 is concerned, my lord. And it was a request, my lord, that I've said, I did indicate with greatest respect to Advocate Mnisi that I said this is an exercise that we dealt with, but obvious because the question was asked, now I'm going through it step by step in correlation to the exhibit he referred me to, that is Exhibit J, my affidavit and supporting affidavit, to put context as to why I said what I said in my affidavit, my lord.
If you've made it this far in the video, honestly, it is the first time where when I'm editing and I'm working and I'm removing the interpreter is much shorter than the witness. I mean, it is absolutely shocking the way that this man, Brigadier Nicholas Gininda, can talk. Like, this man can talk. I'm not sure if he hears the questions or if he can hear himself, but it is absolutely shocking to me the way he will go round and round and round and round and round, and we still don't have the gold tooth. We still don't have his answer to the gold tooth. Nisi even says, listen, I'm not even sure if you're done, because you're the one who's kind of, running the show right now. I don't know, what your goal is. And he's like, I'm doing it this way because I absolutely have to show you it can't be done in one photo. We must go through the whole list, blah, 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 blah. Wow, Gininda is something. So I'm doing this video. This video is strictly for, I was going to say educational purposes, but, sometimes we have to go back in time. And, I like to keep the videos in chronological order. So this is why I am still working on Gininda's and Mnisi's testimony, even though we've heard this in the last 3 videos. He says the same things, guys, over and over again. That's why I couldn't do these videos yesterday. I was just like, I can't with this man. I can't. You really need to detox from Gininda and then come back and then start again and then be like, okay, I'm ready to listen now. Whew. Hi.
Now, photo 47, my lords, depicts, and this is also part that is covered, my lord. I refer to this picture because it depicts, firstly, the date. If you can just go down a little bit, Dr. Sparman. So what is of importance, my lord, is that the date reflected on top is 2014-10-26, which is a date in which this offense was committed. And the person on the right, my lord, is accused number 3, and one can see that this khaki top, you can see the waistline, my lord, it ends there. It's a khaki top, as described by some of the witnesses, that the first intruder was wearing a khaki and it was a top. So one can see in this picture that indeed there's a waistline here, my lord. My lord, one can also see the dreadlocks, but furthermore, my lord, this of pivotal importance, my lord, the complexion, the dark brown complexion. This picture seems to be taken during the day, according to my observation, but the complexion here, as I've referred also as it is the same on the other pictures, that is more brownish than light, my lord, which correlates with the dark brown description given to Warrant Officer Steenkamp by all those people who were inside the house when she interviewed them. Now, my lord, photo 48 is basically the same picture, it's the same location. The only difference between photo 47 and 48 is that in photo 47, accused 3 is drinking, he has got a can in his mouth. Then in photo 48, if perhaps you can get to it, he's holding the can on his hand, but you can still see him and the same type of clothing, and the same gentleman that he's standing with on photo 47 is still with him, although there are other people around. But insofar as picture 48, it's just the 2 of them, my lord, but wearing the same clothing with dreadlocks. And if one looks at the complexion in this picture, my lord, it's also more brownish than light, my lord. Yes, my lord. So these would have been the pictures that I took into account, my lord. Yeah, and that is insofar as accused, the first intruder, my lord. Obviously, when we dealt with other issues of the monies, the firearms, one expanded on this, but confining myself to the question that Advocate Mnisi asked me, this is what I looked at, my lord.
Please let me know in the comment section down below, what do you think accused number 3 and accused number 4 are saying in this moment where, you know, Gininda is still talking, okay? Gininda is still talking, and every time that everybody thinks is done, everybody bursts out laughing, especially accused number 3. Like, he is finding this highly, highly hilarious, so to speak, especially the part that this is mainly about him. Now, Gininda just finished explaining that this photo number 48 and photo number 47 are the exact same photos, except accused number 3 has a can in his mouth and the other one, it had cannons in his hand. I cannot even believe, even repeating this aloud, I cannot even believe that this is the evidence that is supposed to convince me. I don't know about you, maybe you're convinced, and if you are, let me know in the comment section down below as well. It's a safe space. We will listen, okay? We won't judge you. Just explain to us how you get to that conclusion. But I can't even believe that this is what the evidence that has been brought forward to the court to say that these are the accused that are responsible for the passing of SENZO MEYIWA. And because he wore a khaki shirt, no, because he has dreadlocks, he has a khaki shirt, and maybe a gold insert. Therefore, he is the guy that Zungu Naiza says was... And by the way, Zungu didn't say this in 2014, his allegations. He said this in 2019. But you know what? Let me end this video here, and we're going to get into the gum toddler. The gum toddler. I can't say the word, but take out the M, put the N. That's what... Did I say toddler? Toddler, the gun toddler. I cannot believe Gininda keeps saying that out loud. But yeah, that's what the next video is going to be about. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I'll catch you in my next upload. Thanks for watching.